If you have never created a website before, this calm, step-by-step professional tutorial will enable you to do just that. Aimed at the absolute beginner, we will create this beautiful converting website you see right now in the background. Keep track of the progress with this free custom-made interactive PDF checklist I have created with you in mind. When we have finished a phase, you can simply check the box. Upon clicking these play icons, you jump immediately to that specific time in the video, so you can always pick up where you have left. I will provide for you copyright-free stock images, all the logos, the colors, and a few CSS snippets we will be using. If you need to use another color to fit your brand, that's no problem at all. We will be using global colors, so you can switch the colors across your entire website with just a few clicks. Normally, I would sell this website for $5,000, but you will get this website completely free. It will only cost you a time investment, but you will also learn how to create beautiful websites in no time, a skill that is highly sought after these days. I will guide you through every single step, and I reply to every single question you're asking in the comments, so you never get stuck along the way. After completing the website, I will also show you how to thoroughly secure your website, optimize it for search engines, and speed it up for optimal performance. Let's begin with the very first step. To get the free PDF checklist and all the images we're going to need to build our website, we go to wpressdoctor.com/mortgage. Over there, it's also in the comment section below, so feel free to click on that one. On my website, you just fill in your best name over there, fill in your email address, confirm your email address again because it will be sent out through your mail, and press send me the free assets. Thank you very much, you have received an email with the download link. Well done, now log into your email. In your email, you can find now this mail from me. Inside of it, you will see it's time to get started. Follow this link to get all the assets and to get started. If you click on this link, your browser will open and download a zip file. In the zip file, you will find the checklist PDF. If you open that one, so we are at phase 1 preparation. It's time to get hosting and a domain name. If you already have hosting and a domain name, just check this box and click on this button, install WordPress, and we will go to the next step. If you don't have hosting and a domain name, you're at the right place. We're going to get a very good deal. Click on this link over there. Then we are at the hosting company, Hostinger. If you want to change your language, you can go over there, click on this button and change it to the language you want to have. Now, Hostinger is a hosting company where you can buy domain names, but also they offer really good hosting with excellent support for a very, very low price. We're going to press on Claim Deal over here. And then we can choose what kind of plan we want to have for our WordPress website. Well, if you're going to create a real business website with an e-commerce solution, I would go with the business or even the cloud startup. But for the website we're going to build right now, we only need the premium plan. If we scroll down, we can see what we can do. You can actually get 100 websites within this plan. If you want to build more websites, no problem at all. We have a standard performance, which is good enough for us, enough storage, weekly backups, email, unlimited SSL, bandwidth, and a free domain. Now, this is all we need for our website we're going to build. So we're going to press Add to Cart. The longer you take a hosting plan, the bigger the discount will be. If we go, for example, for 48 months, this is 4 years, you get 3 months free and you only pay $3 a month. That's really low. It's only 1 cup of Starbucks coffee every single month, or 1 cheeseburger less per month. If you compare it with my own hosting company, I sell clients for 25 euros a month for 1 website. So I think this is a really good deal for the quality and the service you get from Hostinger. Then we're going to scroll all the way down. We're going to create our account. We're going to fill in an email address and a really strong password. And then we're going to scroll down and select the payment methods we want to use. We can pay with credit card, with PayPal, depending on the country you're in, all kind of different ways to be paid. Then we're gonna fill in all these details over there. And remember, you get a plan discount of 75%. That's $432. That's a lot. Then fill in your credit card details and press on Submit Secure Payment. Once we have paid, we will be redirected to the Hostinger control panel. Just wait a second before it gets launched. We're gonna press on Start Now. And then we're going to click on this button, Skip Create an Empty Website. Then we're going to get our free domain name. Click over there. If you already have a domain name, you registered it somewhere else, no problem. Click on Use an existing domain name and fill it in over there. And press Continue. For now, we're going to create a free one. Click over there. Enter in your domain name over there and select your extension, like .com, .online, whatever you want. I'm going with .com and press Search. Then it says the domain is still available. Let's press Continue. Then your domain will be registered to this name. If this is not okay, press on Edit and change it over there. If this is okay, just press on Finish Registration. Now Hostinger will register our domain name. Now this is a very important step, your server location. If your target audience is in North America, the USA, we don't have to change it. So if your target audience of your website is going to be in America, then choose this server, is great. But if you are from somewhere else in the world, like South America, choose this one. If you're in Europe, choose the United Kingdom server or maybe the France server. This is very important. You cannot change this later on. So make sure this is closest to your target audience. If your target audience is all around the world, then just choose the one closest to you. I'm going with the North America server and I press Change. Then we press Finish Setup. Now Hostinger is going to set everything up. And after that, we're good to go. All right, well done. You are ready. Now we go back to our checklist and we're going to check out this box. Get hosting and a domain name. Excellent job. Well done. We are at the next step, install WordPress. Go back to Hostinger. Then we click over here to go to Manage Site. Welcome to your Hostinger dashboard. In here we can change anything we want in regards to our website. Before we go and install WordPress, we need to have our own email address. Don't worry, it's completely free. We go over here, free email, and we press on Setup. Then you can also upgrade your email, but in our case, I think 1 GB of storage will be more than enough. So we click on Select, and then we're going to add in our own name. I would suggest you use your first name. For example, matt@mortgagedivi.com. Or maybe you just want to have info at... I would not advise you to do so as they get caught in spam a lot of times. Just use your first name, matt@mortgagedivi.com. Then you can add in a really strong password. And then over here, we're gonna add in an email address that's already yours, like your Gmail address or I don't know, something else, but not this one, to get your password recovered once it's necessary. Fill in the email address and press Create New Account. Well done, it has been successfully created. What I suggest you do is you copy your email address, make sure to save your password in the password safe, and save this address also, because the webmail is very useful, and if you want to have the app, click on this button to download it to your mobile device. After that, we press on Done. Now when we have our own email address, we can install WordPress using this email address. Go to Websites, over there, click on Manage, and then we go on the left side over here to Website, click on this one, and then we go to WordPress, over there. We don't have any WordPress installed right now, so we click on Install WordPress over there. Click on it. Then we're gonna fill in our website title. Use your brand name or the name of your website. In our case, I'm gonna create Mortgage 2024. Then for the administrator email, use your email address we've just created within Hostinger. Why? All WordPress emails will go through this email, and it's a good practice to keep your private emails from your business emails separated. Then fill in your username. In my case, I'm just gonna call myself Matt. We need to create a really strong password. This password is different than your email password because this is the password which you will use to log into your WordPress website. Make sure it's very strong and save it inside of your password manager. And then we press on Next. Now, the only thing we need to change here is your language of your WordPress installation. Now remember, you have to choose the language of your website of your target audience, not your own language. And don't worry, you can always change the interface language of WordPress to your native language. But this has to be your target audience language. Then we press install. Now Hostinger will install WordPress for us on our new domain. Excellent. Now, we don't want the power of AI generated content, so we're gonna press skip not now. Go to your checklist and check this next box. Install WordPress. You have done it. Excellent job. Now the next step is to get a real powerful visual builder in which enables us to create the website of our dreams. But not only this website, with Divi we can create unlimited websites for one single price. Now that sounds really good, doesn't it? So the next step is we go to this link over there. Via this link you get a 10% discount on Divi. Don't worry, it's up to 24 hours. So let's scroll down what you actually get. What we want, you can pay for Divi every single year, but you also have, if you switch this button, you have a Divi lifetime option. That means you can have Divi for the rest of your life. I have bought this in 2014 and I still build every day my sites and my client websites within Divi. Why? You have a one-time payment for the rest of your life. That's insane. You also get really good support. You get the Divi theme and the builder. You have 300 website packs inside of, and you can build it on unlimited websites. Now that's a really good deal if we're talking about only $224 for the rest of your life. And don't worry, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if we're building this entire website, you've followed my tutorial and you're not really happy with Divi, you can always get your money back, no questions asked. But then you also have the Divi Pro and a lifetime license. What does this mean? Well, you get the Divi lifetime, but you also get the Divi AI, Divi Cloud and Divi VIP help. Yes, you can buy it, but it will renew every single year for $220. Which is actually quite a lot, and in my opinion you really don't need this. You can always upgrade later on. For now we go with the Divi lifetime license. Sign up today. Here's the last chance to add in all these extras, but I press no thanks, proceed to checkout. Fill in your username, email address, create a really strong password, your name, your VAT number if you have one, fill in your credit card and choose to agree with terms and service and press complete registration. After paying, you can go to your dashboard or go to elegantthemes.com and press over here on account and log in with your information. Then the only thing we need in here is to download the Divi theme. Click on this one. Here we go. And the next thing we need to do is go to account and go to username and API keys, because we need an API key to update Divi. Don't worry, it's only the one-time setup. And then over here, we scroll a little bit down and we click on Generate New API Key. Click on it, and then we see an API key. Add in a label for your reference, so fill in the name of your current website we're going to create, in our case Mortgage 2024, and click to copy this API key. Click on it one time. Well done, go back to your checklist. Check out this box, Get Divi. Excellent job. Now we're going to set up WordPress, install Divi, make everything okay, and start with phase 2, building. Let's go. Now the next step is really exciting. We're going to log in to our WordPress website. So we go over there, open up a new tab, go to your newly created website. Now there we are. We have a beautiful standard WordPress website with some text in it. And don't worry, this is just the standard WordPress website. We are not going to create this one. Let's log into our WordPress website. We go over here and we type in wp-admin, like this. When we have created our entire website, we will secure our WordPress website to change this, as this is a well-known way to hack your website. Press enter. Now fill in your username we've created within Hostinger when installing WordPress. In our case, Matt. If you're not sure, just use your email address created within Hostinger. And then fill in your password. And after that, we press on Login. Welcome to WordPress. This is your WordPress dashboard. Well, the first thing we do is we're going to close this one. So we press on dismiss over there. WordPress enables us to create a real amazing website for everyone to see, to sell your business or whatever you want. But with every new system, we need to set it up properly. So the first thing we're going to do over there is we go to plugins, press on installed plugins. Plugins are basically tiny little programs we can add in WordPress to expand the functionality and to do all kinds of things within WordPress. Now, Hostinger installed their own little plugin, which we don't need. So we're going to press on deactivate over there and press delete. Don't worry, you can always install it again if we need it, but really we don't. Press OK. Now we have 0 plugins, which is excellent. Now the next thing, if you want to change the interface language to your own language, go to users, go to your profile over there. You can change your language. It's now in English, the default site language, but you can change it to any language that you want. All right, let's get back to our dashboard. Then the second thing we're going to do is we go to Appearance, we go to Themes, click on it. Now we have the free 2024 theme of WordPress itself. But we are not going to use this one. We're gonna add in Divi, which we can use to create anything we want within WordPress. So we press Add New Theme, and we're gonna press over here Upload Theme. Click on it. Then we're going to select the Divi theme, which we have just bought and downloaded to our PC. Click on Browse and press Install Now. Theme installed successfully. Well done. Go to the Themes page over there. We're going to clean up WordPress a little bit. Then we're going to press on Activate over here. And then we're going to delete all these themes one by one, as they use up a lot of space on our hosting, but they're also a security risk. So we're going to click on Theme Details over there and press on Delete. Press OK. The next one from last year, 2023, Theme Details, Delete, and press OK. The last one, 2022, click on Theme Details, click on Delete, and press OK. Well done. We only have one active theme now, which is Divi. That's excellent. And the last thing before we can really start building our website is we go to Settings and we go to Permalinks over here. And we're going to change the permalink structure to the post name, like this. That's very important for SEO. Scroll down and press Save Changes. Well done, all good. Now we can really start creating our WordPress website. There's one thing that we don't need to forget and is very, very important, and that is entering your API key into Divi. Why is that important? Well, I've made a lot of video tutorials about not getting hacked, clean hacked websites. I do clean a lot of hacked websites during my normal business day-to-day, but the most common reason is because of people don't update their website. And that's with plugins, that's with WordPress itself, but also with their themes. So we go to Divi and go to Theme Options over there. Now, if you go to Updates, you will see that we need to fill in the username and the API key. Let's do that right now. Fill in your username and also paste in the API key we've just copied from Elegant Themes website. Paste it in over there. And then we press on Save Changes. If you see that green mark, then all is good and your Divi theme can be updated automatically. That's really important. To do that, go to Appearance, Themes, and press in over here Enable Auto Updates. Click on it. Now you always know that your Divi theme will be updated with every major release. And don't worry, your website will not break, as Divi has not yet ever sent out an update that broke my websites. Now we are really starting in phase 2 with the header and the footer. So we go over there to Divi and we go to the Theme Builder. Click on it. In the Theme Builder we can create headers and footers and body layouts, which can be used throughout your entire website. This is very useful because if you change something in the menu or you change your logo, it will be changed throughout your entire site. No problem at all. So you don't have to change every single page. It's really great and it works excellent. The first thing we do is we press on here, Add Global Header. Click on it. Build a global header. Now the Divi Theme Builder will be loaded in. We don't need an explanation of Nick, so we're gonna press on Start Building. we click on this plus icon over there to create a row. Now you have sections, the blue ones. In the sections we have rows with all kinds of different layouts. And then inside the columns we can create modules. We are going to select the 4-column layout over here. Click on this one. And as you can see, now we can add in modules. There are a lot of modules. If you want to see every single module, what they are and how they did it, you can follow my video series about every single module on Divi. But if you follow this tutorial, you will learn how to work with Divi according to different kind of modules, so that will be great. The first module we're going to add in is an image module. So we can scroll down to find it, or we can just press on search and type in image. Here we go, press on image. Now these are the settings of every single module. You can move it around like this, but I usually like to put it on the left side. So then we have a sidebar which we can use to create our website. Now see all these tabs, content, design and advanced. They are all the same in every module within Divi. And even these things, alignment, sizing, spacing, borders, all these things are the same in every module. So when we're learning to build our website, you know your way around Divi and you can create your own websites. That's really great. We are going to upload our logo to this website. So click on this placeholder over here. Then you can drop a file to upload it, or you can press select file. We're going to the zip file you've downloaded with a checklist and all the images. And inside there is our logo. We're going to select this file, logo Let's Talk Mortgages. Then we're going to cut this title and we're going to paste it in the alt text. Very important for SEO. Then we're going to press upload an image. Here we are. Now it is inside of our columns. The problem is it's white. We cannot see it. So what are we going to do? We're going to press on save changes over there. And we're going to change the background of this entire section. Let's make the rows a little bit bigger, standard on default. And we're going to click on this green row and click on the settings of this row. Click on it. Then we go to design over there and we go to sizing. Now, if I'm just going to release it over there, you can see that the sizing is like this. But if we scroll down, we can see that the max width is only 1080. I want this to be 1280. So we go 1280, fill it in over there. And then we can press on save, but we want all the aesthetics to look good through our entire website. So what are we going to do? We click on presets over there, and we're gonna press this little button over there, update preset with current styles. You don't have to do that again, only with certain buttons. This way, whenever we create a new row, we will get the exact same sizes. Now that's very useful. Click on update. Are you sure? We press yes. And then we're gonna press save changes. We're done. Now let's make this background look really great. We go to the section settings over there and we go to background in here. As a background, you can add in a color, a gradient, an image, or maybe a video, a pattern, or even a mask above your colors. You can do so many things with Divi, it's insane. Now let's make this just a little bit bigger so we can actually see what's going on. We're gonna add a background color, so we're gonna press on this black icon and then it's really black. We don't want it to be black, but we want it to be a little bit transparent. How do we get the transparent color code? Well, go into the zip file again and you can see the file which says colors. Then you can see a transparent black. Copy that color code, go into the settings here, and we're gonna paste it in over there. Here we go, and press save. Now we have a little bit transparent header. This is going to look awesome. Now here we can see all different kind of colors we have saved. And if you click on this button, you can see even more colors. You can also click on this icon. Right now we are on black and white, but if we switch this up, you can see all kind of colors. This is going to be useful when you're creating your own styles. For now, we're just going to use this color and we press save. Then we're going to add in more things to our beautiful header. The first thing is the way to contact us. So we're going to click on this button We're gonna use a blurb module. It's over there. With the blurb module, we can create anything with an icon or an image next to our text. Really amazing. The first thing you'll see in every kind of modules is this: generate content with AI. We're not going to do this in this tutorial. If you're not going to do this on this website, let's turn it off, because it saves a lot of space and a lot of annoying icons everywhere. So save this one for a moment, and then you can press Ctrl S on your keyboard or go over here and press save. Wait a second until it's saved, then we click on the cross icon over here and we press on save changes over there. Then go to role editor, open link in a new tab. This is very powerful. You can create different kind of roles for when other people's going to help you, and that's great. The only thing we need to do here is to disable Divi AI and press Save Divi Roles. That's it. Then we can close this tab and we go back to the theme builder. We're going back to our global header. Click on it. And then we go into the module we've just created and we click on Module Settings. And we are back here. So let's make this a little bit bigger. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add in my email address over there, like this. I'm going to delete all these texts because I don't need it. Then we go to the image and icon over there. What do we want? We want to use a icon. Click on yes. Now Divi comes with a lot of icons. If you press on this button, you can see all the icons inside of your Divi website. But it's an almost unendless scrolling list. So you can go completely wild with all the icons you ever need on your website. But this comes with another problem. How can I look for the right icon inside of all these thousands of icons? Pretty easy. Just go over here and search for mail. And then we can select the one we want. And this one is a little bit rounded and it is not filled. Great. Then we go over here to design. We go to image and icon. Let's change the icon color to something really great. Where can you find the color? We're gonna use black, white and orange on this website. However, if you want to change the orange color in the future to another color, whatever you want to change the accents of the entire colors used inside of your website, that's no problem, because we're going to use global colors over there. Click on global, and then we're going to add in a new global color. So press on this plus icon over there, paste in the color code and click on this save button. Now we can select this global orange color. Beautiful. The best thing about this is when we ever change this global color, it will change throughout the entire website. Now we're going to change the image icon placement to our left. Here we go. Now we're going to change the text color as we cannot read it. There are two ways to do this. You can of course scroll the way down, but you can also use your cursor, go over here and click on this brush icon. Click on it, and then we are at the right point immediately. Title text, and then we can change the font and also the text color. We're going to use white like this, and we're going to change the title font to Lato. You can pick any font you want from the Google Fonts because it's automatically loaded inside of Divi. Very convenient. But if you want to use your own font, just press on this upload button and you can add in your own custom font. We're going to use Lato for this one. Click on it. And then we're going to change the title size to 1 RM. Why do we use rem instead of pixels? Well, pixels are absolute. Rem will resize with users' screen sizes. So this is way better for text. All right. What we also want is when someone hovers over it, we get some different color. So we go over there to the hover modus, click on hover, and we're going to add in the global color orange. So when someone hovers over this one, it will be orange. Really nice. We also need to add in a link, of course. So we go to content, we go to link, and in here, the module link URL should be mail to, and then your email address. There's only one thing we need to do. We go to advanced, we go to custom CSS, we go to module elements, and we scroll a little bit down and we go to the blurb title. because what I want this title to be centered with the icon. We're gonna add in your first CSS. Don't worry, it's pretty easy. There's also a TXT file in your zip file which contains all the CSS codes. And in our case, we're gonna use the first one, which is margin top 5 pixels. Now you can see that the text is aligned in the center in regards to the icon. And really great, press save. Then we're going to create the same thing over here. There are multiple ways to do this. First, let's just copy this blurb with this button, duplicate module. Then we're going to drag it and drop it over there in this column. But there's also another way. Delete this one, go into the row settings. This is very useful if you have a lot of modules inside of one column and you want to copy them to change them. Just delete the third column and copy the second column. As you can see, now we have copied the entire column, which also works the same. You are learning to build websites really good. Let's click on this one and change this. This time we're not going to use the title, so we're going to delete it, but we're going to use the body instead. We're going to type in live chat online, shift enter, Monday through Friday, 9 AM to 5 PM. And then we go change the text, click on the text brush icon. The body font is going to be Lato, it's already there. And we're going to make it white again. Now, we also want to change the body text size to 1 rem over there. Here we go. Before we go line out the text with the icon, we're going to change the icon. So go to content, go to image and icon, and search for the icon headset. Like this, we're going to use this one. Beautiful. Then I think the positioning of this text should be a little bit higher. How are we going to do that? We go to advanced, custom CSS, and then in here we paste in the ET blurb description margin top -8 pixels. If you do that, paste it in over here and press save. Now you can see that the text and the icon is really good lined out. Then of course we need to change the link inside of it. So it now goes to mail to, but what we actually want is to go to our WhatsApp. So when you click on it, you go to our WhatsApp or our live chat. If you have a live chat, you just go to HTTPS, fill in the name of your live chat. But in our case, I wanted to go to WhatsApp. In the zip file next to the CSS codes, you will also find this link you need to fill in over there. Just paste it in from there in here. And what you will see is this. HTTPS wa.me country code, CC, telephone number. That's what it should be. So if you're, for example, in the Netherlands, you type in 31, because that's my country code, without the zeros, without the plus, and then your telephone number, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then question mark, and then the text. You can, of course, change the text to however you want. In this case, it says, "Hi Matt, I'm interested in your mortgages services. Can you call me back?" Change the module link target to the new tab, like this, and press save. And then for the next column, we're going to use some social media icons. So type in social media. We're going to click on this module. So to add in a new one, press on this plus icon, click on the social network, choose the one you want, for example, LinkedIn, and press save. Then the next one, that also add in Instagram. Click on this one and use Instagram. Like this. Save it. Then we're going to change the layout of these things. What do we actually want? Well, I want the Facebook icon. The background, I want it to be transparent. And I only want to see the icon of the name. So like this. Looks great. Then we go to design. We go to border. We're going to add in a tiny little white border of 1 pixel. Like this. Then you can also make it round if you want. Just change this one. Or just keep it triangle. That's great. Press save. Now, I want this style to be used in all the different kind of social media networks. I'm gonna change them one by one? I don't think so. Just press on these 3 dots over here, and we're gonna press extend item styles. Click on it. I only want to extend it to this column. Press extend. Here we are. Now we have all the same kind of icons inside of our website. Then the next step is of course to add in our links, or else they won't work. So we go into the Facebook icon over there, go to link and add in your Facebook account and press save. Also with the X one, add it in. And with LinkedIn, of course, and with Instagram also, and we'll press save. Excellent job, save it, well done. I really like this header, but this logo is way too big. So we're gonna click on it, we go to design, we go to sizing, and we scroll a little bit down, we go to height, and then we're gonna change the height to, for example, 80 pixels. That's it. Now, I want it to be a little bit higher, so we go over here to spacing. We're gonna get the margin top just a little bit negative margin so that the talk is actually completely aligned with the other ones. -25. That's perfect. Then we go to save this, and then our header is almost completely done. Because then our entire section is just a little bit too big. How are we gonna change that? We go over here to the section settings, click on this icon. We go to design, then we go to spacing, we go to padding, and we add in a 0. Press on this icon to make it connected, and now we have a beautiful small header. And that's great. Now let's save it. But what you now see is this row has some more spacing left. So we go into the row settings, go to design, we go to spacing, and we're gonna add in a bottom padding of 0. 0 is just a little bit too much, so let's put it up to 5 pixels. This is excellent. Now it looks really nice. Press save. Then what are we going to add? We're going to add a menu. There is no place for a menu right now. So we're going to add in a new section over there, make it a regular section like this. Then we're going to add in this column, 2 columns, but this dividing, big one, small one. The new one, we're going to add in a menu like this. And then we're going to style it a little bit. We go to design, we go to menu text. We're going to make the active link our global orange over there. We go to the font, we're going to change it to Lato. Scroll down, the menu text color should be white and the size should be 1 rem again. And then we're all set. Save it. Then over here I want to have our phone number always visible. So we're just going to copy this one, copy it, drag and drop it to here. And we're going to change the text to the title should be your phone number, in our case 0612345678. Change the icon to a phone icon like this. Then go to link and change the mail to it a tel. And in the tel we do need to fill in the zeros of our country code 3112345678 and press save. And we're gonna make this a little bit smaller. Go to the section settings in here, go to design, go to spacing, and we're gonna add in the padding 0 and also the bottom 0 so that it's way smaller. When we are creating our page, you will see this beautiful header. It's gonna look awesome. For now, we're gonna save this. What I actually want to achieve is when I scroll down on my pages, this menu becomes the main menu. And this also changes the color. How are we going to do that? Well, first we're going to over here to the page settings because we need to have a background because I cannot see what we are doing. So we go to recent, we're going to use this color and press save changes. Then we go to this menu item over there, click on it, go to background over there and remove this one. Here we go, save changes. Now we can see what we're doing actually. We go into the settings of this section with the gear icon over there. We go to advanced, we go to scroll effects over there. Then we're going to make the sticky position stick to top. Click on this one. All right, then press save. Now this will mean when I scroll down, this section will stay here, so it will move away, and this section will go on top over there. What do I want to do? I want in this menu, I want this logo to be shown when it's sticky. To do that, we go to the menu settings in the gear icon over here. Then we go to the logo. Now we're gonna add a logo. Click on it. We're going to upload the black logo small. Here we are. We're gonna cut this title and paste it in the alt text and press upload image. Here we are. To advance, custom CSS. We go to module elements and scroll down. There we can find the menu logo in here. Now, what we need to do is we need to click on this sticky icon. With this sticky icon, you can change anything in there when the state of the section is sticky. Copy the CSS in your TXT file that says content URL, add link here. Then we need to add in the URL in here. We don't know that URL. So we go to content, we go to logo, click on this one, and in the media library, you select the dark one. And in here, you can see the file URL. Press on copy URL to clipboard. Click on it and press upload an image. Then we go back to advanced, custom CSS, scroll down. And then we're going to paste in the link over here. Paste it. Here we go. Then what are we going to do? We're going to copy this one, copy it, go into the desktop modus, paste it in over there, and press delete on the content URL. This way, we will stop the logo from showing when it's not in sticky modus. Then for now, we're all set. Maybe later we're going to change a little bit more. But for now, this is really great. Press save. And then we're going to hit on this cross icon over there and press all changes saved. All right, well done. The next step is to create the global footer of the entire website. Click on this one and click on build global footer. Now the global footer looks a little bit like the header, except this one is white. So we're going to add in a row with 4 columns like this. The first one is again our logo. So we're going to add in an image module over there. Select our logo in black, but this time we don't need a small one, we need a bigger one. So we're going to press upload files and select the black logo normal size. Here it is. Again, change the title to the alt text and press upload an image. Then we go to design, we go to sizing, and let's move it around. We're going to change the height to, again, 80 pixels. That's better. Save it. Then over here, we're going to add our address. So we're going to add a new module, type in a blurb module, click on it. First, we're going to use an icon. Over there, use an icon. And we're going to select a house icon, like this one. We go to design, we go to image and icon, change the icon color to our global orange, and place it on the left side, like this. Great. We go to content, we go to text. I'm going to remove the entire title. So, and we're going to type in the address of our business over here. Here we have a beautiful address. Then we're going to change the font. So we go to this icon, change the body font into Lato. We scroll down. We're going to make it black. Press save. Then we're just going to duplicate this module, go into there, module settings, change the text to, and change the image and icon to a mail icon. Here we go, save it. We're going to duplicate this again. And in here, we're going to change this one to our phone number. Go to the image and icon and change it to a call icon like this. Excellent. Now we forgot one thing. That's to change the size of the words. We go to body text and we're going to change the text size to 1 rem over there. Then we're going to save it. I'm going to extend the blurb styles. Click on it to this column. Click it and press extend. Here we go. It's that easy. Then what you see now is the logo is fairly small compared to this column. No problem, we can just change it. Go into the settings, go to design, go to sizing, scroll down, And we just press on this undo icon over here, reset, like this. Great. Now, what I want over here is some kind of social proof. So I'm going to copy this module. I'm going to drag it over there. Then I'm going to change this one. I want this text to be changed to say something like 3,594 positive reviews can't be wrong, like this. Excellent. Then we go to the image and icon. We are not going to use an icon this time. We're going to use a Google Reviews logo. Click on this placeholder and upload the file called Google Reviews logo. Here we are. The title should be the alt text, and press upload an image. Here we go. Then we go to design, we go to image and icon, and I want the image icon to be placed above them, like this, on top. Great, just save this one. This looks excellent. Then over here, I want to have a text module, like this, text module. And in this text module, I want it to say all our pages. So the pages we are going to create in just a second are, for example, Let's Talk Mortgages, In Person, and About Us. Of course, these need to link to the pages. So let's link them right now. Add the URL, just a slash, and then mortgages. Press OK. Then the next one, select it, and in a hyperlink, and the URL should be contact. Press OK. Let's Talk About Us. Hyperlink URL is slash about us. About us, like this, and press OK. Then we're going to style it a little bit. We go to design, we go to text, but these are all hyperlinks, so you need to go to this tab. The link font should be Lato over there. And when we scroll down, we're going to make the link text size 1 rem again. And the color should be black, but on hover, what I want to do is go to our global orange, like this. All right, press save changes, and we're going to save the footer. What I miss over here is a place for my privacy policy and my terms and conditions. What are we going to do? We're going to create a new row over there with one column. Create it, and then we're going to search for the module called the divider. Click on it, and that is just a simple line. Go to design, go to your line, and make it black, like this. Pretty easy, right? Press save, and then we're going to add in this same module. Normally, I can just hover over this one and press on the plus icon, but we can't because of the row. How are we going to do that? No problem at all. In the left corner of your page, if you don't see all this, you might see this. Tap on this one, then you can see these. There's also this icon, a wireframe view. If you click on this, you will see how Divi builds up your website. Remember the sections, the rows with the different kind of columns, and the modules themselves. Now, in this case, I want to have another module in here, so I'm just going to copy this text module, drag and drop it over there. Here we are. Go back to the desktop view, click on it, and now we can change these ones. And what I actually want in here is we're going to change this one to privacy policy. Select it, tap on this one, and change it to privacy policy. Press OK. Then we're going to remove this one, add in a space, and type in over here terms and conditions. And we're going to add in a hyperlink over there. It's called terms conditions, and press save. Okay, here we go. Now save this page, press Ctrl S on your keyboard or go over here and press save. Then we're going to close this and press save changes. Excellent job. I hear you thinking, don't worry, in a couple of minutes we'll be making this entire website mobile friendly. It's easier to build first all your pages and then look at the entire context and then change it to be fit on mobile. We don't have to change a lot, but we still need to do it. And then you can check this box, header and footer. Well done! Let's continue to create our pages. Let's go build our homepage. If you want to build pages for your website, we go to Pages, All Pages. In here you can see all the pages you have built and you can build new pages. Very easy. Let's press on Add New Page over here. This is the standard WordPress screen to build new pages. What we need to do is first add a title. We're going to call this Home. Just like that. Nobody else will see it, so this is great. Then we press on Publish over here. If you don't want to see this warning every single time, uncheck this box and press Publish. All right, the next step is to press on this one, Use Divi Builder. What you will see immediately when the Divi Builder is loading, we can choose from Build from Scratch, choose a pre-made layout, or clone an existing page. Let me show you what these pre-made layouts are. If you press on Browse Layouts, you will see all the layout packs created by Divi itself. And they are creating every single week or month new layout packs for you to use. So if you just want a standard website by them, just click on one of these and you can see all these pages inside of their layout pack. And they're all free because they come within the license we have just bought with Divi. Now, we don't want this, so we're going to press on this icon, back, and close this one. When we close it, it's just like we've pressed the button, Start from Scratch. So this is where we're building. You can see our header and our footer. And now it's time to create some pages for our website. Now the thing we now see is over here a new section with a new row. We can add it in over there. And you can see here the footer template and the header template. That's really nice. We're not going to change this from here, but it's also possible to edit them while you edit your pages. Really convenient. First thing we're going to do is add in a row, and it's going to be a single column row like this. Then the module we're going to add is a slider over there. Click on it. We're just going to make it a little bit bigger. Then the slider module has 2 slides in it right now. We're going to delete one of them. Press on this gear icon to go to the settings of this slide. And we're going to create a title. For our sliders, we're not going to use titles. So we're going to delete them. And the button text will be Get an Agreement in Principle. Then the body text will be something like when you need to talk about how much you can borrow. I do want to change the font to Lato on the screen, but we need to change it for every single module. That's not very useful. So what are we going to do? We're going to save this page, Ctrl S on your keyboard over there. And we go over here to Theme Customizer. Click on this one. Then we go over here to General Settings. We're going to go to Typography. Then we're going to scroll down and we're going to change the body font to Lato. Well, you cannot type it in here. You have to search it all the way over there. And also the header font will be Lato. Over here, Lato. Then the body text color, we can click on it and make it black, like this. Beautiful. Header text color, also used black as standard color. And we're gonna press Publish. All right, press on this cross icon. And then we're back in here on our homepage. Now, let's style this thing a little bit more. We go into module settings of the slider. Then we go to the new slide over there. Scroll the way down and we go to background. We're going to delete this interesting color and we're going to add in a background image. Click on this one. Now press on this plus icon. Then we go to upload the file from our zip file called Mortgage Whisper. It has to be your focus keyword, in our case mortgages, and they're whispering, so that's why. Select the file and press upload an image. Then we go to Design and we go to Overlay. We're going to use a background overlay. Click on it. Then select the color from our colors PDF with the transparent black. But we want to have it not 0.7 but 0.3 like this and save it. Excellent. Then we also want to have a text overlay. So we're going to enable this one and we're going to add the color like this. Add in again the same color, but now 0.6 over there. Well done. Press save. Then we scroll down and then we're going to change the text overlay border radius to 0 pixels like this. Okay, Scroll down, then we go to sizing. We're going to change the content width to 30%. Then we're going to close this sizing. And we go to the body text in here. Now we don't have to change the body font as it's already good, but I do want to change the body text size to 3 rem, like this. Scroll a little bit down. Then we need some body line height, 1 em, like this. Excellent. Then we go back to the content. We go to text because I want to put the emphasis on how much you can borrow. So what are we going to do? We're going to select this one and we're going to over here change the text color. Just pick any color, it doesn't really matter which one. And then we go to text. You can see here the color code that has been added to it. We're going to give it our own orange color. Here we are. Go back to visual. What we're now going to change is the button size. Go to design, go to button. We're going to use custom styles for our buttons. The button text color is great, the button background is also great, but I don't want to have a border. Make the button border width on 0 so that it's gone. Then we scroll down. The font is already good, so that's great. The weight is also great. Then we're going to add in a button icon over there. And we want this icon to be an arrow. Now I want this arrow to be white also and on the left side. And I want this icon to be always visible. So we're going to put this on no. Here we are. Then I want the alignment to be in the center. All right, this looks great. Then what I also want this button is to be a little bit smaller. We're going to change the button text size to 1 rem. Sorry, I forgot this one. All right, then we go to design. We go to sizing and I want the content width a little bit bigger. Here we are, 50%. Looks great now, but wait up. We're going to save this one. Save it. We're going to add in more slides in just a second. What I want to do is want to create this full width and full height. How are we going to do that? Go to your row settings, go to design, go to sizing. I'm going to make the width 100%. The max width also 100%. This looks way better. Then save this one. Then we go to the section settings in here. We go to design, we go to spacing, and again, we're going to give it a 0 top and 0 bottom padding. Press save. I want this slider to be in full height, the full window of your screen. How do we do that? It's actually pretty easy. Go to the settings of the slider, go to design, we go to sizing. We're going to scroll a little bit down. We're going to change the height to 100 view height, like this. Now it's full screen. What I now want to do is I want to make this slider fall behind our header template over there. So you can actually, when you scroll down, only the menu appears and the thing we've created over there. To do that, we have to change a couple of things. We go over here and we click on Edit Header Template. Then you go over here to the wireframe view. Click on it. Then you can see what we have just created in the theme builder. Now, what are we going to do? We're going to drag and drop this entire row through this section, like this. We're going to delete this section. Bye-bye. Then on this section, we click on the row settings over here. Switch back to the desktop view so we can see what's going on. We go to Advanced, Position, and we're going to give it a absolute position right there. You see, it all flips up. Now we can see that we have this beautiful header inside of our website. What happens when we scroll down? Well, just place your cursor over here, scroll down, and you will see what happens. Absolutely nothing. So we're going to change that. Press save. Then we go into this row, the lowest one. Click on row settings, go to advanced, go to scroll effects, and do the sticky position stick to top, like this. Then what happens when you scroll down? This section stays over here. Save it. Then what do we want to do? So we go into the section settings of this. We go to background. Then we see this background color. We're going to remove this one. So make the background color transparent. Go to gradient, add in a gradient. Now this is going to be really great. Follow along. We're going to change this gradient. Click on it. To our recent colors. You might be over here. Recent colors, the 0.7, like this. Save it. Then this one, click on it, gonna be transparent, like this. save it. Make sure that there's no background color in here or it has to be transparent. Then we're gonna drag this to 40%. And also this to 40%. Here we go. Look at this. This is beautiful. And when you scroll down, you get this logo and then it's over there. The gradient unit is now %. Let's change this to X height. Click on this one. And then we're gonna change the gradient stops 13x. Like this, and also this one 13x. And press save. Now when you resize the screen, different kind of formats, it will stay like this. And when you scroll down, you still see this beautiful animation happening. What you see over here is that this blurb icon is way more higher than this menu item, even if we scroll down. So we go into this menu item, we go to design, we go to spacing. We're gonna give it a negative margin of minus 15 pixels, like this. Press save. Click on this one, double click here, and we can go to the slider settings. So I go into the new slide, and I go into this button, design, button, and let's scroll down, because what I want to do is I want the button to be aligned on the left side, over there, like this. Then we go to content, we go to the link, we're gonna give this button a link. Get an agreement in principle, so the link should be to one page. We're still gonna create agreement in principle, like this, and press save. Here we go. We want to have more slides so it can have a cool animation. So we're going to change the name of this first slide, go into the settings, go all the way down to admin label and type in how much you can borrow and press save. Now scroll up and now you see that this slide is called how much you can borrow. We're going to duplicate this entire slide with this. And we're going to change this one. Go in there, go to the text, change the button, talk to us about mortgages. And then the text will be, when you know it's time to buy a new home. Like this. Great. Then we scroll down, we go to the background. We're going to upload a new image. Press on upload files. We're going to upload the file buy a new home mortgage. By the way, don't worry about all these images. They are completely copyright free. I got them from Unsplash, so you can go there, get different kind of images, but these ones are free and you can use them however you want. Now, change this title to the alt text and press upload image. Well done. Then scroll down and we go to the admin label and change it to buy a new home. Press save, scroll up, and now we have 2 slides. Let's add in a few more. Let's duplicate this one and change it. Text will be, the button will be ask us about this first time property purchases. Scroll down, change the text to something like, you know, it's time to get on the property ladder, like this. Then scroll down, change the background image, upload the image called couple in bed mortgage time. Paste the alt text in there, upload the image, and here we go, another cool slide. Then we go all the way down to admin label and type in property ladder and press save. All right, I think you get the idea. We can add some more slides in there. Now you know how it works, but we're gonna leave it like this. Now, the only thing we need to change is that this thing will auto slide when you visit this homepage. So go to design, scroll all the way down, go to animation, and we're gonna enable the automatic animation. Now we're gonna change the automatic animation speed 7 seconds. It's right now. I think that's a bit long, so let's make it 5,000 milliseconds. That's just 5 seconds. Then what I don't like is the animation upon sliding. So you slide to the next slide and you can see the text animation and the button moving like this. I don't like that at all. So how to change that? Well, we go to advanced, we go to custom CSS, module elements, you go to slide description, paste in the CSS code inside of your CSS PDF, which says animation name is none. That's it. Now you can see in the background that it's not moving anymore. Great. Press save. Let's scroll down and create the rest of our page. What are we going to do? We're going to add in a new section. So add in a new section over there, a regular section. And we're going to add one in with just one column right there. Then add in a text module right there. Now, the first thing we want to do is make people curious about our business. So the text I'm going to create is more than of 9.8. And this 9.8, I want it to be bold like this. Then we go to design. Well, you can also just push the brush icon over there. We go to the text font Lato, which is great, but then we're going to go to the text size. We're going to make it 3 rem. Here we go. Then the text line height should be 1.1. All right, looks great. Then we scroll a little bit down and we want to align it in the center. Press save. Then we go to the section settings. In there, we go to the background. We're going to add in an image. Then we're going to press this plus icon, go to upload files and select the file award. Upload it, then alt text it and upload an image. Here we go. Then we scroll down, change the background image size to be a fit. That's it. No repeat in the center. This looks really nice. If you find this a little bit too big, then go to your model settings, go to design, go to text and change it back to 2.4 rem, for example. This looks a little bit better. I also find this to be a little bit wide. So go to design, go to sizing, and I'm going to change the width to 62, center it, save it. Excellent. Do no more. So what I now want to create are all the USPs of our services. So the reasons why people should work with you. So we're going to create a new section over there, regular section. We're going to do it with 3-column layout. Here we go. For this section, we're going to use different kind of blurbs. I just love blurbs. The first USP should be the thing that you are most excited about and what distinguishes you the most from your other competitors. In this case, we always work with a smile. In these individual times, it's way better to meet someone who can advise you about your mortgage, who's actually a happy person. So we're gonna put this in right here. Just fill in some small text and we're going to style this. We scroll down, we're gonna make this image an icon, use an icon. And we're gonna use a smiley face for this. A really happy person, like this. Wow, he's so happy. And then we go to design over there, image and icon. We're gonna give the icon color our global orange, like this. So we're gonna click on this style, this title text. The default font is already Lato, as we have put it up earlier on. So you can change it, but it won't work. Then we scroll down. We're gonna change the title text size to 1.5 rem over here. We're gonna align it in the center. Then we press this brush icon in here and we're going to center this one also. And the body text size should be 1 rem. Here we go. Then I need some more spacing between the title and the body text. How are we going to do that? We go to advanced, custom CSS, module elements, and we go to this title, blurb title. We're going to type in or copy it from the CSS code list. Margin bottom is 25 pixels. Here we go. Now save this. Then we go into the row settings in here. We're going to go to the first column right there. Then we go to design and we go to box shadow in here. We're going to add this box shadow to the column. Then we scroll up and we go to spacing. We're going to give it some padding all around to give it some more air to breathe. 25 pixels top and bottom and 25 pixels left and right. Here we go. This looks amazing. We also want to tune this box shadow just a little bit to make it a little bit less intense. 70 pixels box shadow blur strength and -5 box shadow spread strength. Of course, you can change it however you want. The next thing we want to do is go to transform over here. And we're going to enable the hover mode. So when someone hovers over your column, it will be a little bit bigger. Just a nice little touch. Make it to 105% on the hover modus. So on desktop it's like this. When you hover over it, it will be like this. Now let's also give it some animation. Scroll down, go to animation, and we're gonna have the animation slide fade in. Now I want this duration to not take that long, so we're gonna make it to 500 milliseconds. There will be 0 delay, and the starting opacity will be 50% so that it's not that intense. Then we're going to save this one. Then we're going to delete these 2 columns. Click on delete, delete, and duplicate this column. Press save. Then we're going to change these 2 blurbs to whatever we want. So we're going to change it to 20. We scroll down to the image and icon, and I'm going to use the crown icon. Here we go. Save it. Then the next one, change this one. We scroll down and change the image and icon. Press save. Now what you then will see is that all these blurbs have different kind of sizes. That's not very good for our aesthetic look. So we go into the row settings, in there. We go to design, sizing, and we're gonna click on this one, equalize column heights. Here we go, press save. Now all the blurbs have the same height. Excellent job. Then we're going to copy this entire row. Here we go, duplicate it, and we can create even more blurbs. The one thing that's also very nice is the little effects when scrolling down your page. Go to the settings of this row, then we go to the second column. Over here, go to design, go to animation. Here we can see that we have the fade duration already inserted from the first column. Now, what we want to do is we want to delay this animation with 500 milliseconds. Save it. Then go to the third column. Over here, design, animation, scroll down, and the animation delay should be on 1000 milliseconds, so that's 1 second. Press save. We are going to do the same on the row below it. Go to the row settings, go to the second column, design, animation, and animation delay 500 milliseconds. On the third column, go to design, animation, we're gonna make it 1000 milliseconds. The animation starting opacity should be on 0%. Go to the second column, do the same, 0%. So on the third column, design, animation, 0%. And we're also going to do this for these columns. We're going to create a new section over there, make it a regular section. We're going to make it 1 column because again, it's time for some social proof. And for this, we're going to create a testimonial module. Click on it, scroll down, and then we're going to change the name of the author. It's going to be Johnny English. And then we scroll down, we're going to type in some great review. And then we scroll down, and we're going to change the image. If you click on this placeholder, you can upload an image. Make sure that it's a square. Of course, we're going to upload the image of Johnny English. Change the alt text again and press upload image. Here we go. Now we have a beautiful review of Johnny English. All right, let's spice things up a little bit. Maybe I'll want to have this in 2 rows. Copy this one, place it over there. And then we're going to the background color of this section. We're gonna make it our global orange, like this. Save it. What you can also do to make this section really pop out is to make this one to go with the background of black, and then the text should be white. And don't forget to change the name also to white. Here we go. Let's delete this one and copy this one. Place it over there. Let's create another one real quick. And then we're going to scroll down and change, of course, the image. Here we go. Save it. And then we have some beautiful testimonials on our homepage. This looks really great. We go on to the next section, create a new section over there. We're going to use the 4-column layout. We're going to create something entirely different. So we're not going to use the blurb modules. We're going to use a text module. Paste it in. And the first thing we're going to call here is first time buyer advice. In there. And then we're going to save this one. Then we go into the row settings in there to the first column. Click on it. We go to background. We're going to use a background image. We're going to add in the image called first time mortgage buyer advice. Change it to the alt text. Upload the image. I want to create a real great effect on this. But before we can do that, we need to change the size of this column. So we go to design. We go to spacing, and I want the padding on top to be 20 view width and the bottom 5 view width, like this. Then we go back to content, we go to background, and we go to background gradient in here. Then we're going to change this gradient to transparent, save it, and this gradient to black, save it. Then scroll down, and we're going to press on place gradient above background image in here. Great. Scroll up again. We're going to change this gradient stop, put this one on 55% and this one on 90%. Scroll up. Now let's do something really nice. If we now hover over the image, I want it to be more transparent, the gradient. So we go over here to the hover options. We select hover. And we go to background gradient. We're going to add it in. It's going to be the same as the other one. But then we're going to change this one to the 0.3, like this. Press save. Excellent. Then we're going to give the text inside of it a little bit more breathing space. So we go to design, we go to spacing, one on the left and one on the right. Press save. Then we go to this text module over there, first time buyer advice. We go to design, we go to text. We're going to change the text color to white in there. Then we're going to change the text size to 2.5 rem. Here we go. And then the text line height 1 em. Excellent. And then we press on Save Changes. Of course, we want this column to be a link. So we press on the row settings, press on the column, and we're going to make the column link a URL to, let's go to the first landing page. Press Save. Then we're going to delete all these columns, and we're just going to duplicate this column 3 times. Then I'm going to change all these columns right now. I'm going to speed up the process so you won't have to sit it out. They're now finished. Now I can link to other pages from my homepage. Really nice. Again, let's add in some really cool effects. Let's go to the row settings over there. And we go to the first column. We go to design. We go to animation. And then we're going to flip them in. The animation direction could be from left to right. And then the duration should be 1 second. Well, it's a bit long. Let's make it 1/3 of a second. And let's change the animation starting opacity to 50%. It's less intense. I don't want to put them all manually in every single column over there. So what do? We go over here to the 3 dots and we're going to press Extend Animation Styles. Click on this. And we're going to do this through all columns throughout this section. And press Extend. Here we go. Press Save. And then the only thing we need to do is go to the second column. Design, animation. You can see that it's already there. We're gonna put in a delay of 250 milliseconds. Press save. Third column, design, animation. And then we have a delay of 500 milliseconds. Save changes. In the last column, we go to design, animation. We're going to flip it in, and the last delay is 750 milliseconds, right there. Press save, save. I made a mistake with the animation opacity. So we go to the first column, go to design, animation, and in here, we're going to do the starting opacity at 0. Press on this button, press extend animation starting opacity to all columns in this section. Extend it. Here we are. Now we have it also on all the other columns. Great. Now let's save it. Now let me show you how this website looks right now when we save it. And we're going to scroll down. You have this beautiful header. When you scroll down, you see the first effects of our blurbs. Here they come. And the other ones. Great. Just the little things. The 2 reviews. And here we go with the flipping animation. Really great. Excellent. Looks great. Let's go further. Then we go in here and we're going to create a new section over there. It's going to be a regular section with 2 columns. Create them over there. Then the first module is going to be a code module right there. And just save it for now. And the second module will be a text module over there. Here we're going to show the visitors where we are located in the world. Proudly helping WordPress Street and beyond make the most of the property market since 1948. Let's put it in over there. Then we go to design. We go to the text brush icon over there. We're going to change the text size to 1.5 rem. Scroll down a little bit. We go to sizing. We're going to make the width 65%. Great. Save it. Then we're going to the background color of the section. Go to the section settings. Go to the background. I'm going to make this one black over there. Save it. Then we go to the text settings. Push the brush icon. Make the text white. Save it. Then we're going to copy this thing. So we're going to copy this module, drag and drop it over here. There you go. Then click on this one and click here. We're going to select the brush icon and make it white. Here we go. Then we're going to duplicate this one and put it in over there below it. And we're going to type in, you can always call us for an appointment. And then we're going to use this one and we're going to add in a color over there to make it orange. And then of course, make sure that this is our own orange over there. Great. Then we have this code module over there. What are we going to do with it? And then we go to Google Maps. Go search for your location. Find your location of your business. If you haven't added your business yet to Google, be sure to check out this tutorial over here where I show you step by step how to get your business on Google Maps. Then click on your business, click on this icon, then zoom out a little bit as far as you like to show it. Then we press on share over there, embed a map, and press copy HTML. Then we go back to WordPress and paste in the code in there. Here we go. We're going to change the width to 100% and the height to 350. There we are. Then we're going to press Save Changes. Then we go to the row settings in there. We go to design, go to sizing. We're going to make it 100% and also 100%. Now this looks way better. Then we go to spacing over there. Then we're going to change the padding top and bottom to 0. Here we go. And also on the row settings, we go to design, spacing, 0 top and 0 bottom padding, like this. Press save. Then go to the row settings again, go to your second column, design, spacing. And we're going to give it a top margin of 2 view width, like this. Excellent. Save changes. Then we go to the code module, go to design, go to spacing. Then you can see that there are a few pixels over here. I don't like them. So we're going to give it the bottom a negative margin of -7. Don't know why it is, but it's just the way it is. So we're going to fix it like this. Press save. Okay, well done. Then we're going to create the last section. It's going to be a little bit of a call to action section. Add in a new regular section with a single column. And in there going to be a call to action module over there. Click on it. I'm going to remove the title and the body will be, if you're interested in a mortgage or just want to know more about the process of buying property. And then of course the call to action. So we go, the button will be just call us. And then we're going to add in a link or else it will not be shown. So it will be tell like this and press save. Great. Then we go to background. We're going to delete this interesting color. And we're going to add in a background image. Then we're going to add in the image, mortgage CTA. Then paste this one over there and press upload an image. And here we are. Then what I want to use the parallax effect. So we get this little effect, which is really great. Then we go to the row settings over there. We go to design, sizing. We're going to give it 100%. And also here 100% max width. There we go. Then we go to spacing. We're gonna change the padding to 0 all around. Press save. And also on the section, go to design, spacing, padding, 0 top bottom, like this. Then we save it. Then we go back to this module, the call to action, and we're going to change the button, of course. Go to design, button, use custom button styles. We're gonna make the text to rem over there. And we're gonna make the text color white and the background our beautiful orange color, just like this. Then we can scroll down. We're gonna add some button margin on the left side, right side, and make it a big one. 60 pixels left, 60 pixels right on the button padding. Then we scroll up. And then we go to the body text in there. We're gonna make this a little bit bigger to 1.5 rem. Let me see, that's great. But I now think that the button is just a little bit too big. So we go back to button. We're gonna make this 1.5. All right, then we go up, close this one. We go padding. We're gonna make it 8 view width. Really great. Save it. Now we have this beautiful call to action on our website. Really great. All right, let's save it. Let's take a moment to see how our homepage looks right now. When we scroll down, we can see that the slider is working. We can see all this, beautiful. Here we go. Got the reviews. All these things flip in really great. They work. Also this one works. Great. And let's see what's here. It's good. Great, just colors and the reviews and the footer. Excellent. What I don't like about this entire page is the menu. As you can see, the menu totally disappears right now, and I can't even read it right now. We need to fix that. So we go here to enable Visual Builder. Click on it, and we're gonna edit the header template like this. And we're gonna change this row. Click on the row settings. What I want to do is change the background on sticky modus. We're gonna make the background completely black. First we go to design, go to spacing, and I want to change the padding. When we are on sticky modus, I wanted to go to 4 pixels bottom and 4 pixels top. And while we're here, we also need to remove the margin of -15, or else you won't be able to see it. After the padding is changed, we scroll up and we go to sizing. In there, we go to the width. We want the width on sticky modus also to be 100%, and the max also 100%, like this. Then we're gonna save changes. Then we go into the menu settings. Then we go to advanced. We go to custom CSS, module elements, because we need to change the logo back to white again. Upload a smaller one. Where do you do that? We go over here and we go to dashboard, open link in new tab. On your dashboard, you go to media, library. We're gonna add in a new media file. Click on this one. And then we're gonna add in the white logo small. Go back to here and paste it in the content URL. There we go. Now we have a small logo on the top, which looks way better. Then when you scroll down, you can see because of the logo, now this thing needs to get pulled down a little bit. So we go to settings, go to design, go to spacing. We're gonna add a little margin, but only on sticky modus. And the margin top will be 1.5 view width, like this. Looks excellent. Save it. Save it. And then we have a really different kind of header. And you can place, of course, everything you want in here. That's no problem at all. You can just change the layout of this row. For example, you can go with all these things and create whatever you want. Be creative and let's do it the way you want it. Our first page has been completed. Now go to your checklist and we're going to check off this box, the home page. Well done. Let's go to the next one. The next thing we're going to do is create a new page. We're going to make a services page. And then we go here to dashboard. Let's go to pages, all pages, and we can see the home page now and the privacy policy. Another thing I want to show you, when you now go to your website, open link in new tab, you will see that this is your front page. Where is the home page? Well, we have to set it up first. So we go back to our dashboard over there. Then you go to settings and we go to reading. Click on it. Then your home page displays. Click on a static page and we're gonna select home. Then we press save. That's it. Now when you open up your website, this is now your home page. Let's get back to our dashboard. And then we go to pages, all pages. We can see now that home is called the front page. Great. Let's add in a new page. Click on add a new page. And we're going to call this services. This will be the page where we will show all the services that we're going to offer to our customers. And press on publish. Click use the Divi builder. We're going to choose build from scratch. The first thing we're going to do is create a beautiful header. Now, let's this time not use this normal one. We're going to use a different kind of header, a full width header. How are we going to do that? Press on here, go to the wireframe view. And in here, we click on this blue icon. Click on it. Then we're going to choose a full width section over there. Nice. And we're going to choose the full width header. Click on it. And then we're going to press save. Then we're going to delete this section. Open the settings of the module. And then we're going to switch to desktop modus so that we actually can see what we are going to create. Let's add in our title. The title will be our services. Here we go. Then we scroll down and we're going to add a background. Click on this one, delete this interesting color and go to images, add a background image. Upload the file called houses mortgages. Place the alt text in there and press upload image. There we go. Now we go to design, we go to overlay. We're gonna use our black one. So choose the black one, click on this one and go with transparency 0.7. And while we're at, we might as well add this to our global colors. We're gonna use it anyway. So save it, go to global, press on this plus icon and press save. Then we're gonna scroll down and we're going to click on spacing. And we're gonna add in a padding of 25 VH on top and 20 VH on the bottom, like this, and press save. Great header, looks awesome. Then we're gonna add in some more. We're gonna add in a new section over there, and this one is going to be a regular section. Then we're gonna choose this column layout in the center, with a small one and a big one over there. On the left side, we're going to add in a toggle module. Click on it, and the title will be My First Home. Then we scroll down. We're going to change the content to our menu. How does this work? Well, let me show you. The first one is home buying process. The second are benefits for first-time home buyers. And the third one, careful considerations. Then we're going to style this a little bit. So we go to this brush icon. And I want the toggle background color to be white, closed, also white. Then we scroll down and we go to the border. And what I actually want is, I want no border all around, but I want only a border on the top from 1 pixel and make it black. Then we go to this little icon over there. We're going to change this icon to this one and also make it black. Great. Then when you scroll down, then the size is great. When it's open, it's also black, so that's excellent. When it's open, we're gonna change it to this one, and we're gonna use the same size. Then we go to the text, click on it, and make it black and also black title, like this. Then the font is great. All right, we're gonna save this one, and then we're going to copy this over there, and the next one will be My Next Home. And inside of this, there are new pages to be discovered. Buying process for next home, benefits of repeat home ownership, and careful considerations. Great. Then what I don't like is the space between this one. So I click on this toggle, go to design, I go to spacing over here, and I'm gonna give it a padding bottom of 0 pixels. Write this and save it. Then also on this one, we definitely need to do that. Design, spacing, padding bottom, 0. Okay, now when I clone this one, you can see that it's going over here and we can create another menu item. And this one will be my investment property. And then we have these 3 menu items. We're gonna press save. If you press Ctrl S on your keyboard now and you exit the Visual Builder over here, you can see how this page works. You can click on it and then this one drops down. The icon changes. And the meaning of this is when you click over here on these ones, there will appear a new text. So you actually create a navigation within your services page. Because for this website, mortgages are a really detailed product that needs way more explaining. People like to investigate what are the options. And this is a way to show your visitors your expertise. We press on this plus icon over here, and we're gonna add a text module. Then I'm just gonna put in some text over there. But then of course we also want to add in an image. How am I gonna put an image on the right side? Very easy. Just go to your row settings over there and you can just change it while we're working on it. So let's go with this one. And then we have a new column on the right side. Press on add new module and we're gonna add in an image module. Why not use one we've already used? The first time buyer advice over there. Press save. Now the meaning of this page is that it's actually a doorway page. So from here, our services, you click on one of these options to go further in the process. So we're gonna add in one more image over there, which is our logo image. We're gonna use the black logo. Upload it. Then we're gonna change the size, go to design, sizing, and make it a little bit smaller, like 35%. And align it there is great. All right. Then what I want on the left side is also a call to action, so people can actually call us or directly contact us. Press on this plus icon and choose the button over there. Then we're gonna make a real cool button and we're gonna save it so we can use it later on throughout the entire website. The button text will be contact us. The link will be to our contact page over there. And we go to design. We go to button. We're going to use custom styles for our button. The text color, let's make it white. Scroll down. The button background color, let's make it orange over there. And let's give it a black border of 2 pixels, which is great. Let's remove the button radius so that it's like this. Scroll down. And then we go to the icon. We're going to use the call icon like this. The button icon color should be white and it should be on the left side. And I want it to be show always like this. Now we're going to give it some more breathing space. So we got the spacing. We're going to add in some padding on the left side and on the right side and just crank it up just a little bit more to make it 75 pixels on both sides. That looks great. Then also on the top, we're gonna give it 50 pixels of breathing space. Press save. Then we have this beautiful page. Let's save it. Now, then we're gonna create a new section over there. But we're gonna reuse the section from our home page. So we're gonna save this page. We're gonna click on Exit Visual Builder over here. And then I want to click on my logo to go to the home page. It's not possible yet. We're going to change that. Hold on. Press on home first. And then we're going to press enable visual builder. And then you scroll all the way down to our call to action. Click on it. Now, of course, we can copy this section and paste it in the other page. But if you then change it, it will only change on one page. There is a way so we can edit it. And once it's edited, it will be changed throughout the entire website. That makes your life way more easier. So we're going to press Save to Library over there. The section name will be Call to Action Man on Laptop. This way, you always will know what this is about. Scroll down and you're gonna pull this switch, Save as Global. Press Save to Library. What has happened? Now it is green suddenly. This means that when you make a change on this call to action, it will change immediately everywhere where you have this section running. Then first, let's fix this logo to be clickable. So scroll all the way up, and then we're going to click on Edit Header Template over here. And we're going to change this image, give it a link to the slash, which means your home page. Press Save. And also on this one, we're going to press on this module settings. We go to link, and again, logo link should be the slash. Here we go. Save it. Then we press on Exit Visual Builder over there. And then you notice that, hey, I can now click on this logo to go back to the home page. But some older people don't always understand it, so we're gonna keep this home button over there. Let's go to our services page over there. And then we're gonna enable the Visual Builder again. When visiting this page, I actually think that this is a little bit too dark, but I can change it. So I go to my wireframe view over there and go to my full width header. Click on this one, and then again, desktop view. Then we go to design over here. We go to the overlay, click on it, and let's change it to 0.6 or maybe 0.5. That's better. And we gotta save this one. Great. Then we scroll down and we're going to add in over here. We press on this button, new section. We're not gonna choose this one. We're gonna choose add from library. Then in the library, we have only one section. Here we go, the call to action, Mana Laptop. Click on this one and press use this section. And there it is. Now we have this exact same call to action as the front page. Save your page. And the most funny thing about this, when I change this one, it also will change on the front end. For example, I think there needs to be more space between the button and the text. So I go into this one. I go to Advanced, Custom CSS, Module Elements. And we go over here to the promo button. And we're going to give the button a margin top of 50 pixels. And we're going to save it. Now, when I now press save, watch what happens with the module on the home page. Exit Visual Builder, go to the home page. We scroll all the way down. And hey, there's more space on the front page while we didn't change the front page actually. And that is because of the global item. It works really good. Let's go back to our services page, press Enable Visual Builder. And what we need to do is go in here, go to Visual Modus. We need to make all these things links. So we're going to press on this Insert Edit Link. And the URL of this will be, this is about my first home. So first home slash and then process. Because this is about the home buying process. Just copy this one and press OK. Then we go to the benefits for first-time buyers. Press this one. Paste in the URL, first home, and these are the benefits. So these are all pages that we're going to create. Well, I'm going to create one, but you get the idea. Press on OK. Also, insert a link, paste in the URL over here, and then it is considerations. And we're going to press OK. Then we go to design, we go to body text in there, and we go to this link item. The link font should be normal, but the link text color on hover, I want it to be our global orange color. And then don't forget to go to desktop and make this black. Okay, save it. And then when I save this page, I exit my Visual Builder over here and I can see that this is now the links that we have created. This looks really awesome. Then we need to do this with the other two also. So first we need to copy the styles. You click on here and you press on Copy Module Styles. Click it. And then over there you can also do just paste module styles. And in here also paste module styles. It's actually the same as extending, but this is manually. Then we go into this one and we're gonna create a new link. Click on it. And then the link will be, well, this is your next home, the process. Next home, we're gonna copy this, press OK, go over there, press on Insert Link, add in your URL, and this will be the benefits. Press OK. Over there, insert your link, and this will be to considerations, and press OK. Then we're gonna press save. Now we have 2 ones. The last one will be my investment property. Gonna add in a link over there, insert link. The link will be investment property, and then buying. Copy this one, press OK, paste it in over there, and we're gonna call this benefits, press OK, and considerations, of course, well, you know how this works. And press save. Then we're gonna save this page, and you will see that we've now laid the foundation of an excellent navigation pages throughout your website. Press exit Visual Builder. So this is a really simple page with actually a menu on the left side. Now, what do we want to do is I want to create a landing page. But first we go to our checklist and we're going to check out the services page. Well done. Of course, you can make it bigger, make it beautifuler, combine some things from the landing page or the contact or about us page on the services page, whatever you want. You now know how to copy sections and move them around. So that's also possible with this page, of course. Let's go create a landing page. So the landing page we're going to create is actually the home buying process of my first home. Maybe there's a lot of people searching on that keyword, so I want this page to be great so people can see it and have enough call to actions to contact us. Then we go back to our dashboard over there. Let's go to pages, all pages. Now we're gonna press add new page. First, we're going to create a parent page for all the 3 subjects. My first home, my first home. Now the only thing we need to change now is on the right side, click on URL. It shouldn't be my first home, it should be first home. And press on publish. Here we go. Then we go back to all of our pages and we're gonna add in a new page. Click on it. The title of that page should be the home buying process. So we're going to copy this, go to the new page and paste in home buying process. Then on the right side, we need to go to page attributes, click on it and give it a parent. Click here and choose my first home. And now you press on publish. Now what you see now is that it's mortgagedivi.com/firsthome/home buying process. It wasn't the URL we've created, it was just process. So delete this one and press update. Excellent job. Now press this button, use the Divi Builder. Once it has been loaded, we click on clone existing page. Click on this one. And then we're going to clone the services page. Click on it and press use this layout. Here we go. Now we have our services again. We have actually cloned the entire page of our services. Now let's change that this title will always be the right one. So we go to our wireframe view, we go to our full width header, click on it, go back to desktop modus. The title now is our services, but it's not correct. There is also another cool feature in Divi which is called dynamic content. If we click on this, you can choose this content to be generated automatically. So is it the page title, the excerpt, the published date? All these things can be used, but also manual custom fields. But this time we're going to use the page title. Click on it. Now you will see that this title has changed. Every time we clone now this page for all the other pages, this title will automatically be changed with it. Very useful. Press save. Then we're going to change the layout of this page except this thing on the left side. We scroll down a little bit and we are going to remove this text, remove the image and also remove this image. Then the next step is to change this layout from this one to this one. So we have the same size, but now we have only one space to work in because we're going to give a lot of information on these pages. So we're going to add in a text module over here and we're going to paste in some awesome text about our process. Press save. Then the only thing we need to change over here is design, or just click on this one and choose the text size of 1 rem. Here we go and press save. Then we're going to show people the logical process of the first home buying. Then we're going to add in a new text over there, click on it, and paste in, for example, this text, determine what you can afford. Then we're going to change this one to an H2 over there. Press save. Then I just want to have a little bit of text down there. So we can just copy this, drag and drop it over there. And then we're going to change the text. There's also another way to edit. You can go into the settings of your module, but you can also just click over there. And then you can just select everything, for example, and paste some new text in there. But you can also use this one and add in some, make it bold or italic or underlined. It's all possible from within here without going into the settings. Then click anywhere else. Then we're going to put in a new module in here. Click on it. We're going to add in a blurb module. Click on this one. Then the title will be the down payment. Then we're going to add in some text about what is a down payment. We go to image and icon, and I'm going to use a icon for this. What am I going to use? This arrow. Then we go to design, we go to image and icon. I want the color to be our beautiful orange. And then I'm going to place it on the left side. Then the size of this icon will be 90 pixels. Now the strange thing about blurbs in Divi is that they're still aligned in the center of your row, which is actually weird because I wanted to go to the left side. They really need to fix this, and I hope they're going to fix this in the next Divi release, Divi 5. Until then, this is the way to do it. Go to Advanced, Custom CSS, Module Elements, scroll down, go all the way down to Blurb Content and paste in this code. Max width none, which is important. Find this, of course, next to all other CSS and press save. Then we go and duplicate this module over there. And we're going to change this to the closing costs. I'm going to paste some text in. Here we go. Duplicate it again. And change this to the monthly payments. Then I'm going to duplicate this again. I'm going to change this to additional expenses. What you see with this page is when I scroll down, and it's going to be longer, is that this entire column is not visible anymore. But I want the Contact Us button to always be visible. How are we going to do that? We go into the row settings. We go to the first column in there. And then we go to Advanced. We go to Scroll Effects. And we're going to stick it to the top. Here we go. Then we're going to change the bottom sticky limit to a section. Why? Or else it just keeps scrolling and scrolling and it goes through your footer and your call to action. That's not what we want. So we want to stop it from this section. And then we're also going to add some sticky top offset of 50 pixels. This is very important. And then that's it. Press save, save again. And now when you scroll down, you will see that this menu is coming with us until the very end and the start of the new section. Great. This looks excellent. Save it. We forgot one thing to change, and these are the sizes of these blurbs. So we go into here, we go first to the title, click on the brush icon, we go down there, and the title text size should be 1.2 rem. Then we go to the text itself, and we scroll down the body font, change it to 1 rem to be consistent in our entire website. Then we go in here, and we go to extend blurb styles throughout this row. And press extend. And press save. Now all the blurbs have the same font size. Great. Then we're going to copy this little text. I'm going to drag it over there. And I'm going to add in a lot of text that I've gotten somewhere. Of course, you have to write your own text to fit your business, but that's needless to say. Then we need to make this a little bit more readable. As you can see, this is not readable. First, we're going to check this, and we're going to make this an H3. Then it's going to change the entire paragraph to H3. So what do? We press enter, delete, and then we're going to select this text and make it a paragraph again. Now you can also do this the easier way. Press enter, delete, select this text and go with an H2 over there, H3, sorry. Here we go. Do this with all the titles. Then here we go. Now we have some real in-depth text about the buying process of our first home. This page is very informative and will help people exactly about what they need to know for their first home buying. If you do want to break the text with a little bit of image or a graph, that's no problem. Just copy this entire text. Then we have 2 of them. Then we're going to delete, for example, I want from finalizing. I'm going to select everything to finalize. Here we go. Press delete. Then we go on this one and we're going to delete everything until there. And then we have 2 different kind of modules. So I can actually add a module between them. Add in here, for example, a bar counters over there. What is a bar counter? Exactly what it says. It's a bar with a counter. So let's make it our title will be, and let's change the percentage to 95%. Here we go. Then we go to design. We go to the bar. We're going to make the background color our beautiful orange, of course. Then we go to the title text. We want to change the title text size to 0.8 rem. Here we go. We're going to change the color to black. Let's also make it italic just for the break. Save it. Then we're going to add in another one. It's just like a little spitting facts in here. This is a beautiful break of our text so it doesn't get so boring to read. The percentage of first home buyers who do a down payment more than $100,000. And let's add in one more. The percentage of first home buyers who stay in their home longer than 5 years. Then we're going to save this one. Let's style it a little bit more. Go to design. We go to spacing. And here on the padding, we can change the size of the bars. So let's add in some more spacing, top and bottom, to make them just a little bit bigger. And I also want to give it some more space to breathe. So we're going to add 50 pixels on the bottom. Well, let's make it 100 pixels on the bottom to give it some more breathing space inside of the text. And that's it. We can also go to borders and add in some border. It's also nice, a black border around all the bars, or don't, whatever you like. Press save. Now, what's also nice to do is just some little more facts around here. So we're going to press on this button. We're going to add in a 3-column row, and all of them is going to have circle counters. Click on it. It's real fun to create. It has an animation and it's just nice to see. Let's change first the circle color to our beautiful orange. And then we're going to click on here to change the title. It should be 1.5 rem. And then we're going to go to content, text. We're going to change the title. Happy new owners per year. We're going to change the number to 315. And of course, you don't need a percentage sign. So we go to elements and we're going to turn this off. Now we have 350 happy new owners per year. Save it. Then we're going to duplicate this module to there. And then we're going to change this to 95. Then we're going to change the element to the percent sign. And the text will be our average happiness test. Press save. And then one more over there is going to say $126 million mortgaged each year. I don't know if that's a word, but okay, we get the idea. All right, then what we will see when we scroll down is that our menu goes through the row. So we're gonna change this, go all the way up, go to the row settings, first column, advanced, scroll effects, and then we're gonna sticky limit on the next row. Save it, save it. And now what happens? You scroll down and it stops right there. Great, press save. All right, excellent job, well done. Exit the Visual Builder. If you now go back to your pages over there, to dashboard, all pages, you can see that the home buying process is right there. How do we quickly duplicate them? It's pretty easy. Add a new page. The title of the new page will be the benefits. Press on publish. The URL should be benefits over there. And the parent would be my first home, and press update. Then press the use the Divi Builder. And we're going to clone the existing page. And we're going to scroll down a little bit. I don't know why it's this small. It must be due to Firefox, but scroll down a little bit. Choose the home buying process over there, press use this layout. Here we are. Benefits for first time home buyers. This is the second page. Then I'm just going to change all the text real quick. And you can of course add some social proof inside of your content by just adding in some testimonial modules we've already created on the homepage. Just copy this one, just copy this module and paste module. Now it's there. It's a little bit black for my likings. So I go in here, I go to background, I'm gonna change it to our global orange. And then we can change it to black or to white, like it's just like this. Great. All right, save it. Then I want to change, of course, the top. Then I go to my wireframe view, go to my full width header, and then I scroll down, go to background and change the background image. Houses on the hill, beautiful. Upload it, go to the desktop view. I don't like it because it's too busy. So I go to the background image position. I'm gonna change it to the top center, like so. Here we go, and you can always change this around if you want to do it, but this one is good. And here we go, press save. Save it, hang on, we are going to create this menu. First we're going to create the about page. Before we go create the new page, we're going to copy this header because I like to use it on other pages also. So we go to the wireframe modus, we go to the top section, and I'm gonna just save this into the library. Hero section. Like this, I'm not gonna use it as a global, just save it to our library. All right, then press Exit Visual Builder. Excellent job, let's go to the checklist and we have created a landing page. Go back to your dashboard, go to your pages, and then we're going to create a new page, which is called About Us. Then we're gonna change the permalink to About, and we're gonna publish this page. Then we're gonna use the Divi builder. Then we're gonna build a page from scratch, of course. Then we go to here, to the wireframe view, click on this plus icon and choose Add from Library. Now we can add in the hero section. Click on it and press Use this section. Delete this section and go back to your desktop view. And here we go. We have an About Us page over here. Then I'm going to create something new. Click on this one. You've seen the regular one, the full width. And now we're going with the specialty. Click on it. Let's use this layout over here. Click on it. And now we have some different kind of layout on our section. It's really fun. So the first row will be this one. And the first one is a blurb module over there. We're going to type in, we love to advise you. And then we're not going to use any content. We go down here. We're going to use an icon. We're going to use an arrow for this. Then we go to design, image and icon. We're going to change the color to orange. And I want it to be on the left side of it. We love to advise you. Then the width should be just a little bit smaller, like this. Then we scroll down, we go to border, over here, border. And then we're gonna use a border below it. And it's going to be 2 pixels. It has to be orange. We love to advise you, but I need some more spacing between these two. So I go to the text of the title and I scroll over there. I'm going to change the text to 1.1 rem and I'm going to give it some more line height over there like this. And then we go back to the icon and we're going to make it just a little bit bigger. 45 pixels. Save changes. Then we're going to add another text module over here. We are always at your service. Then we're going to style this, click on it. The font is great. Let's make it black. And let's make the text size 4 rem and the text line height 1 em. Here we go. Save this one. Then we're going to add in another text module. Here we go. And just some small text about who we are. Then we go to style it a little bit, click on the brush icon. We're gonna make the font size 1 rem, just like the normal one, and we're gonna press save. Then we're gonna create something real nice. If you click on this one, a new row, you can insert a special row there. So we click on this one, and then we're gonna add in a blurb. Click on it, and the title will be live video call, like this. I'm gonna change the text to, you pick the time and the place, you only need your phone and WhatsApp. Then we go to image and icon. Then we're gonna use a icon. I'm gonna call it chat. And here we go with this one. Great. We go to design, image and icon. Then we're gonna make the color of the icon black. And we go to content, background. And we're gonna add the global orange color like this. Wow, that's really heavy. Let's make this then white. And also this one, the title will be white. And change it to rem is great. Go over there, make it also white to 1 rem. Excellent. Then we're gonna give it some breathing space. So we're gonna close this one, go to spacing. Gonna give it some padding on my left and my right, and also on my top. Oops. On my top and my bottom also. Then let's change this just a little bit to make it a little bit smaller. 1.6 rem, great. Then you can even do more. If you go now to border, for example, you can create rounded corners. Just type in 50 and it will be a rounded corner over there. If you unlock this one, you can even make it more designy like this, which is way more nicer this way. Press save. Then we're going to copy this module, drag it over there, and in here we change width. Change this to 8 professionals. Then we go to image and icon, and we're going to change this to a person icon. Like this, seems like a qualified person. Then I want some more breathing space between the title and the text. We go to advanced, custom CSS, module elements, and then we go to the blurb title. Margin bottom is, well, 25 pixels. Great. Copy it. And we're going to save this. Also put it in over there. Advanced, custom CSS, module elements, blurb title, margin bottom 25 pixels. And save it. Hey, you're becoming a real professional now. Then what do we need? Then we got in an image over there. Add in an image module. Click on it. We're going to upload the file called Coffee Mortgage Meeting. Paste it in over there. Press upload image. Here we are. Beautiful. If you now then go to design and you go to border, you can actually do the same like we already did. And that way it will get the same look and feel as the other elements on your page. We're gonna save this. And then over here, we're gonna create a new section, a regular section with 4 columns over there. Then we're going to add in a lot of people. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna use the person module. I think we've covered all modules in this tutorial, and that was exactly the point. Go to person, scroll down, and the first name will be Maggie Watson. She is our CEO. And of course, she has a Facebook profile, and she has also, and of course, she also has LinkedIn. Here we are. Then we're gonna add some text in here. And then we go to image, and we're gonna change the image, upload the image in a theme folder called Maggie. Upload the image, here we go. Then we go over here to design, and we're first gonna change this one. I want it to be rounded. How are we gonna do that? Add in 50%. It's always round. To make it completely round, make sure that the image you upload is completely squared. Same sizes, and then everything will work. Then we go to Maggie Watson over there. We're going to change the text size to 1.2 rem. Here we go. Change this one to 1 rem and make it our global orange. We go to this one and change it also to 1 rem. Make it black. And then we're going to change the icons. Icon color is our global dark one, but then on hover, it should be our orange one. Great. Then I also want to change the design image. I also want to have a border on the image. Then we're going to change the image border color to make it our orange color. and press save. Excellent. Then we're going to duplicate this module over there. Going to change it real quick. The name is Gibraltar Revenant. The position is he knows his way around with. And then we're going to change the image to upload Gibraltar. Here we go. Great. Another one over there and another one over here. I'm quickly going to change them. You know how it works by now. What's also a nice option is when you hover over it, the image just becomes something else. You can do that by going to image and then go to the hover modus. When you hover over it, you can choose another picture. For example, Maggie Watson in the snow. Now, crucial is here that the sizing stays exactly the same, or else things might get a little bit weird. Then save it. Of course, we want to have 8 of them, so you can duplicate this row below it, so you have 8 persons in your team. Now, again, it's a little bit wide over here, so we're going to add in over here, press this plus icon, add from library, and let's add in our own call to action. Here we go. So now we have the call to action before the footer, which is great. What I also like to do is let these buttons scroll in, as we have a lot of space on the left side. So let's create a cool effect. Click on here. The first thing we need to do is we go to design, scroll down, go to animation, and we're gonna stop this image icon animation. No animation. Then we go to advanced, scroll all the way down, go to scroll effects, and then we're gonna use the horizontal motion, enable it. Now, what will happen now? When people scroll down the page, these things will actually move across the page, which is a really fun animation. Why not? Here you can put on the viewport bottom, starting offset, viewport top, ending offset. This might seem a little bit confusing, but this is the start horizontal motion. It's over here. So when you change this, this is what happens. You actually change the place of this module. So let's go over there, -75. The ending should, however, be 0, so that it ends on the right spot. And that's over there, or else it just keeps on scrolling. Press save, and then we have another one over here. We go into design, we go animation. You first want to shut this down, no animation, or else it looks weird. Then go to advanced, go to scroll effects, and let's add in a fading in and out. When you enable this one, when you scroll down, it's just fading into existence. And you can also experiment with the other ones with scaling up and down, rotating, or a blur. Let's save it, and then we're good to go. Let's go to the blurbs over there. Let's add in a little bit effect with these ones. Let's go to design, animation over there, and then we go to bounce them in. It's gonna be the center. The animation should be 500 seconds, so it's a little bit quicker, and the delay should be 0. Then we're just gonna add this to all the blurbs in this row. So we're gonna extend animation styles to all persons in this row, extend. Here we go. That's 500 milliseconds. Then on this one, we go to design, animation, bounce. We're gonna delay it with 250 milliseconds. Save it. The next one, design, animation. Gonna delay it with 500 milliseconds. And then this one, we're gonna do design, animation. We're gonna delay it with 750 milliseconds and press save. Now we have some cool effects also on the About page. Let's exit the Visual Builder. And then on our About Us page, we scroll down and we can see everything coming into place over there. And we have the different team members. Really great, an awesome page. I'm very happy with it. Excellent job. Let's go to the checklist, and we created the About Us page. Well done. The next thing we're going to create is a contact page. Go back to your dashboard. From here we go to pages, all pages, and we're going to add a new page. We're going to call it contact page and press publish. And then we're going to use the Divi builder. We're going to build it from scratch, of course. And on the contact page, we first want a beautiful header. So we're going to close this one, go into the desktop view modus, and we're gonna press on this plus icon and add from library our hero section. Use it and delete this one. Open up this one and go to the desktop view. Here we can see that we now have a contact. We go to background. We're going to add a background image. We're going to upload the file called the house mortgage contact. And then we're going to save it. Excellent. Then we're going to add in a new section. Of course, a regular section with 2 columns. Then we're going to add in a new module. And the new module name is a contact form over there. Here we go. Then we're going to leave this like it is, but we're going to style the contact form a little bit. So we're going to click on this one. The background color can be white. The field's text color should be black. When we scroll down, the focus background color should be orange. So when you click on it, it turns to orange. And then the focus field text color turns to white, like this. That's great. Let's change the field text size to 1 rem. Beautiful. And then we're going to change the border. And then we scroll down. We're going to enter a border like so, also black. And we're going to change the input border style to dashed, like so. A more postcard feeling I get from this, so that's great. And then we go to the button. We're going to use a custom styles button. Let's change the button text color to white, and then the background color are orange. And then no border over there. And also no border radius. Just keep it like this. And then we're going to change the button icon to send, like this, submit it. That's beautiful. And I want it to be always shown. Then I'm going to add some padding on the left and right side so that it gets a little bit bigger. That's great. And then the style looks great. And if you now go to content, you can also add more fields. For example, you have the name, the email, the message, but you can also add another field called subject, for example. And you go to field options. You can change it to a email field, text area, checkboxes, radio buttons, or a select dropdown. Let's do a select dropdown. And the options are, and you can make all the fields required yes or no. If we save this one, we can go up here and we can change the order of the fields. To go with this one, field 4, let's call it subject. Here we go. Field options, select dropdown is required, and there is no conditional logic. Press save and save again, and then our really simple contact form has been completed. Of course, what you always want is to have all this information also on your contact form. How can we copy all these things into here? It's very easy. We're just gonna copy them and copy them and copy them. Then you're gonna hold shift on your keyboard, select this one, and this one, and this one. And then we're just gonna move them, all 3 of them, into here. And there they are. We go into the row settings over there, the second column, go to background, make it black. Then we go to design, we go to spacing, we're gonna give it some margin all around, 50 pixels top, bottom, and left and right. Then we go to border, and we're going to unlink this one and add in 50 pixels over here and 50 pixels over there, like this. Then we're going to save it. Then we go in here, we go to design, sizing, and we're going to click on equalize column heights, like this, so that it's the same size, which is beautiful. Then we go back to content, we go to the first column, we go to design, we're going to add a box shadow to this entire thing, like this. And then we go to spacing, we're going to add 50 top, bottom, left, right, like this. Then we go to border, unlink it, and also add in over here 50 pixels and 50 pixels. Save it, save it. This looks excellent. We go over here and we're going to change this, of course, to white over there. Then we're going to extend this body text color to all blurbs in this row. Extend it. Here we go. Excellent job. Then we're going to copy this module and we're going to change this one, for example, to our bank number, which is something like this. Image and icon. Let's go with a bank number in here, or the Chamber of Commerce, I don't know, save it, add another one, and maybe your FAT number, which is something like this. Go to image and icon, and we're gonna change it to this one, for example. Save it. Then I totally forgot, this email has to be sent to someone. So we break our module settings, we go over there. Success message should be, thank you very much. We will contact you. Then the email should be the email address to which you will send the mail. In our case, matt@mortgagedivi.com. And you can leave it blank and then everything will be inside of it. Then you have a redirect. When someone submits it, it will be redirected to another URL, yes or no, in our case no. And you can add a spam protection. Then we have the basic CAPTCHA, which is actually just this thing over here. So you have to fill in the right numbers, but you can also use a protection service like reCAPTCHA. You can add an account in here, so press on add, and then we're gonna need an account name, a side key, and a secret key. If you want to know how that works, follow my tutorial over there and you can create a CAPTCHA key. It's really simple to do so. Then I also want to have a Google map over there, but we're going to the home page. On the home page we scroll down and we're going to copy this module. Copy it, go back to your Contact Us page. There we're gonna paste in this module, paste module, and then we're gonna change the width of this row to design, sizing, and make it 100% width and 100% max width, like this. Press save. We're just gonna add in some margin in here, design, spacing, 25 pixels margin in here. And then we have a beautiful Contact Us page, really simple, but it actually does the job pretty good. All right, let's save it. Go to your checklist and you can check the contact page. Well done, good job. Now it's actually time to create the menu. We go all the way up and we go to menus, open link in new tab. Now we are at the menu setting of WordPress itself. Add in the menu name, main menu, and we're gonna press create menu. Then we're gonna add items from the left side. So contact us, about us, my first home, this one, services, or just press view all, and then we're gonna press on select all and press add to menu. Here we are. We're gonna have the home, after that my first home, and then we have a drop down with these two items. Then we have the about us page, the contact page, and the services page is going to be over here. And of course my first home is beneath the services. You can also create even more links. If you press on custom links, you can create URLs and link text with custom URLs. Because I'm not creating all the pages for you, because you know how it works, I'm just gonna create them real quick right now. So you type in the URL, considerations, and your text, and you press add to menu. And it's here, and we're gonna put it in over there. In our case, the my first home should not be clickable because it's no page. So just type in my first home and put in a slash over there and press add to menu. Then we're gonna paste it in over here. And then we're gonna delete this one, remove. All right. Then all these things should be over there. And then we have a sub item with more sub items. We're gonna create the next one. We're gonna add it in and it's in here and it's another sub menu of services. And then your menu should look a little bit like this. Then the my first home should not be a link. So we're gonna delete this URL. Over here, my next home should also not be a URL. So I'm gonna delete it. And my investment property should also not be a link. So I'm gonna delete it. Then we press save menu. Now this menu has been updated. After this, we go here to pages and we go to the front page and press open link in new tab. Then in here, we're gonna edit the header template and we're gonna press on this module settings. Click on it, select the main menu, and now we have home, services, about us, and contact. Excellent job. Scroll down and we need to style this a little bit. So we go to design, we go to drop down menu because you can't see what's in here. The drop down menu, the background color should be transparent, but on sticky modus, when we scroll down, it should be black like this. This is great. Then we want to drop down menu line color, of course should be our global orange color. And then the drop down menu text color should be white. So it's gonna look like this. Great. That's all we need to do. So we're gonna save it. And I'm gonna save this page again. And when you press Exit Visual Builder, this now is your menu. And when you scroll down, it turns to black and it's also this menu. This looks really great. Before we're going to optimize it for mobiles and tablets, let's create the last page, a 404 page. For that, we're gonna enable the Visual Builder and we're going into the wireframe modus here. Then we go into the first section and we're going to save it to the library. We're gonna call it Hero Homepage. Press Save It. Then we go to our dashboard over here. We go to Divi Theme Builder. In here, we're gonna add a new template. Click on it, build a new template. Scroll all the way down. We're gonna use it on the 404 page. Click on it and press Create Template. Then we're gonna add a custom body. Build custom body. And then we're gonna press on this icon, Add from Library. We're gonna use the hero from the homepage. Click on it, use this section. Here we go. Then we can delete this one. And then we have this. We're gonna change the slides to delete those two, change this one, and we're gonna change it to the bottom, take me back. And then we scroll down and you're gonna say, whoops, please use the menu above to navigate. And then we're gonna change the link of the button to the home page. Save it, save it, save this page. It's that easy. Close this and we need to press on Save Changes. And then the only thing I want to do is to hide the global footer on this page. Why? Let me show you. Press Save Changes. Then we're going to Visit Site, open link in new private window. Open it. And when I now open up my website in a new private window, and I go over here and I type in test or some URL that doesn't exist and I press enter, this is where we go. Whoops, this property is lost. Please use the menu above to navigate. And the beautiful thing is I can scroll up and down because this is a full hide section. Now this is amazing. You can change anything about this. And if you press Take Me Back, you are on the front page again and we can go over here. Excellent. Go to the checklist and check off the 404 page. Now the final step we're going to take, which is very important, is to see how it works on a mobile phone. It's actually really easy to do. Just go back to your homepage, Pages, All Pages, Edit with Divi. Then over here we click on this button and then we have a mobile view and a tablet view. Press on the mobile view and now we are here. We can see that something's not really right. Let's first change the phone view to a phone you have yourself. For example, this one. And then we're gonna see what's going on. The thing is on the mobile view is that we have two kind of menus, which is not logical for a mobile user. Because on a mobile phone, you just want to navigate easily. And if you want to contact them, you just go to the contact page and there we can call and email them. But we have all these things inside of it. So how are we going to fix this? Well, go back to the wireframe view. We go to this section. We're going to duplicate this entire section. Then we go to the section options in here. We go to advanced visibility and we're going to disable this entire section on phone and on tablet. Press save. Then this section over here, go into the settings. We go to advanced visibility. We're going to disable it on desktop. Then we go to content, admin label, and we're going to type in menu for mobile devices. Save it. Then we scroll down. What are we going to do is we're going to change this entire menu to the thing we want to have seen on mobile phones. And it's actually to delete this entire row, delete this blurb, and change this row to a full width row. Then this menu, click on it, click on the logo, add a logo. We're going to use the small white logo. Press upload logo. Then we go to advanced we go to custom CSS, module elements, and we're going to delete them, what we have just created with the sticky modus, because that's not necessary. Go to sticky and turn it off. Then we go back to our content, and we press on this mobile icon over there, so we can see what's going on. The logo is way too big, so we go to design, we go to sizing, and we're going to change the logo to 40%. And then we're going to save this one. Then we go to the settings of this row, go to the wireframe modus, go to row, we go to design, we go to spacing, and we can see that on the sticky that's not needed anymore. And on sizing, we can see the width is 100% and the max width is also 100%. That's great, but we don't need sticky anymore. It's just gonna be 100% width and max width. And press save. All right, save it again. And then we do one more thing. We go to the section settings, we go to background, we go to the gradient, we're going to delete this gradient, and we go to the background color, and we're gonna add it in over there. And the global color is this one, the 000.7. We're gonna save changes and save this entire page. This is now the result on the mobile phone. When you scroll down, this is what happens. That looks great. As you can see, the sizing of the slider is just completely out of line as it should be. So we're gonna change that right now. Go open the slider, go to your desktop modus. Then we go into the first slide. In here, you go to design, you go to sizing. You can see that the content width has been changed on all devices. That's not supposed to be. So we go hover over here, click on this modus, you go to the tablet modus, and we change it to, because this is what we see right now, and we want to have it like this, 90% or even just 100%, which is great. Do that also with the tablet, so you're absolutely sure that it's okay. Then we're gonna copy the sizing styles, copy it, save it, and then we're gonna press here, paste item styles. Here we go, and also on this one, paste item styles. Here we go. And then you save this page. We're gonna reload the page on my mobile phone. You see this text is also very small. Let's change it. You might say, is there an easier way to check this on your desktop? There actually is. Go to your website, then right click on it and press on inspect. Now in the developer tools you have, in Chrome it's there, in Firefox it's over here, you have this responsive design mode. Click on it. And then you can make this small, and then you see this. And here you can see how it looks on a iPhone 12, 13. It looks great, everything works, but this is not so great. So we go over here, we scroll down, maybe it's also here on mobile modus, and we're going to change this text. The strange thing is, in the Divi responsive mode, I cannot see that this is off. And this is something they need to fix in Divi 5, definitely. Press on module settings, go to design, we go to sizing, and the width again, click on this icon and change it to 100%. Also on the tablet form, 100%. Save it, press save on your keyboard and reload this page, and you can see that yes, now it's finished. This one is good, this one is also great. This also looks excellent on mobile devices. Also the reviews looks excellent. It also looks great than this one. Oh, we need some more padding in here because it's just a little bit too much on the left side. And let's scroll down. Everything looks pretty good, all right. Excellent. Let's change this one. Scroll all the way down. And here you can see what's going on. Let's go into the settings of this row. We go to the second column because it's the second one. Go to design. We go to spacing, and we're going to add in a margin of 50 pixels on the left side. I'm almost doing it wrong. We go to this one, add it on the left side. Here we go. And why not also make it on the right side? And why not also add it in the bottom? Let's go to tablet modus. Let's also add it in over there and also at the bottom. Save it, and save it. Excellent job. Then we're going to refresh this page and see that this is way better. Then we can also go to the services page. My first home. This looks great. All these things are excellent. There is nothing wrong with this page. Then check out our page, home buying process. Oh, this is not working on mobile. You see this? This entire menu is also sticking on mobile. That's not the way how it's supposed to be. So we're going to copy this address. We're going to press here, exit Visual Builder. We're going to paste it in over there. And then we're going to enable the Visual Builder. And then we go to this thing over here. We press on settings, first column. We go to advanced, scroll effects. And we're going to change the scroll effects on tablet to not stick. And on phone also do not stick. That's it. Save it. Save the page. That's pretty easy, but it has to be done. Then we reload this page, see how it works now. And now it actually works great. Nothing to do over here. Everything looks amazing. Circles, yes. All right. Well done. Let's go to our contact page. Oh, that's not working. Another problem I can see with this menu is over here. When you click on it, you cannot scroll down. Now, I've created a tutorial about how to make this expandable with the icons. You need a script and everything. But we can also use on the mobile a different menu. Let me show you how that goes. Go to menus in here. We're going to add a new menu. Click on here. Mobile menu. Create menu. In the mobile menu, I want view all. I want the home, about us, contact, and the services page. Add it in. Home, services, about us, and contact. And we're going to press save menu. Then we go to Divi, theme builder. We're going to add the global header. Going to edit it. Then we go to our wireframe view. And since we have already an entire section purely for mobile devices, we can just go over here to menu. And we go to main menu and change it to mobile menu. Press save. Save again. Close this, press save, and we're done. Let me refresh this. And here we go. Home, services, about us, and contact. And on the services page, you can navigate to all the other pages that are around here. Go to the checklist and check the last thing off of building, making everything mobile responsive. Excellent job. Before you do anything else, follow this tutorial and go secure your website before you get hacked.